too good to pass up. And frankly, Prisma Shield is too good to pass up. These guys they're top-notch auditors, and they offered us some great services. So they will be doing full Deep Logic contract audits for all of our contracts, and then they will also be providing 24/7 security watcher services over all of our contracts. So they'll actually be watching 24/7 over our entire protocol, anything that happens. And then along with that, they're going to be involved in our multi-sig. We haven't hashed out the specific details of that quite yet, but they will be involved, which is we're really excited and really happy about that. And with this awesome update does come a little bit of, I guess you could say, bad news. I say it's actually bullish news, because we are pushing back the launch date about 2 weeks because we got to get Prisma all of the stuff to audit. Obviously, like I said, they came in a little late in the game, but better safe than sorry. And these guys are so good that when Atlas met with these guys a couple times and immediately was like, hey, we need to work with them. They're legitimate. They're very good. There's not a lot of good auditing companies out there. And so we wanted to run with Prisma. So we're going to push back our launch until about mid-January here, guys, just to give Prisma some time to fully audit everything and get all the security watcher programs in place. But yeah, this is just sort of, I would say, a result of us kind of jumping straight from V1 to V3 with the bridge miners, and Prisma coming in late in the game, offering an incredible audit. So like I said, big news. Obviously, some people might be a little upset. We're pushing this back a little bit more, I know, but this is for all the right reasons, guys, and we're fully available for questions. But I'm going to pass this off to Obi to talk a little bit about Prisma and what they got going on over there and what makes them such a great option for us.
Yeah, you had me blushing there, Wally.
Hey man, you guys are great, dude. You guys are great. So I gotta tell the community how awesome you are, because we were really excited when you came in. So take the floor, my brother.
Thanks. So Prisma Shield is a blockchain security company. Our main function as of now is smart contract audits. And what happened is we noticed a lot of projects with multiple audits failing at launch. And even though they did not have the traditional security vulnerabilities, they had logical errors. So basically their code didn't work. And the result for those listening as investors was exactly the same as a rug pull, which is loss of funds. So we introduced an auditing process we call a deep logic audit, where we review the white paper, we interview the developers in depth, and we manually review the smart contract line by line, basically ensuring that the promises made to you as an investor in the white paper is actually kept in the smart contract. And so far, we don't have a massive volume of clientele, but we have maintained a 100% track record of error-free launches so far. And now, additionally, we noticed another problem in DeFi, where projects could be audited, logically sound, completely legitimate, and investors could still lose funds down the line by admins making harmful function calls. And a good example of this is what happened at the Equinox DEX, where people who held USD Plus on BNB had their funds locked away, basically. So what we're building as of now is an automated solution to tackle the problem of admin powers. And yeah, definitely follow us on Twitter and keep your eyes peeled from really exciting news in the near future. And regarding CryptoLink, it really caught me off guard. Initially, we just approached CryptoLink as a potential auditing client, and when we hopped on a call and noticed how nuanced and well thought out their infrastructure is, we had to pursue a more broad partnership with these guys. So we will be auditing all of their code, not only smart contracts, but also off-chain miner codes as well, that basically validate transactions and we'll ensure that there is no point of centralization of control. We will review and approve any changes made by the CryptoLink team to smart contracts. We will, as Wally said, receive the security watcher permission. And basically, security watching is a smart contract element that will allow us to pause the entire CryptoLink system if user funds are at risk, which we will implement both using our automated software and using manual reviews. We will also be given a miner node to run, which is basically a decentralized system that validates transactions. So, for example, if a function call is made on AVAX to bridge to BNB, the miner will receive the transaction and need to sign and mint the tokens on BNB chain. And also, CryptoLink will highly encourage and incentivize full deep logic audit of their clients. So we secure the CryptoLink users from basically every angle possible.
Yes, yes. I think that that's very important, and especially with what just happened recently. I was looking through some protocols the other day, and I saw that Rubik actually they just had a hack. Peck Shield, which is their auditing company, came out and they said, hey, so if you are in this contract, you need to withdraw all, you need to revoke permissions. And usually what we see here is that when these projects do have exploits, it's in the form of Twitter, but the auditing firm itself doesn't have the ability to pause the contracts, and that's really a point of failure. But that point of failure is being completely covered with Prisma Shield's ability for the security watchers. So
Yeah.
that is very, very important, and it's a very great technology that they're giving us. Is that attack vector, or that possibility is not possible with their security watchers feature.
Exactly, yeah.
Gotcha. And I think that security watchers feature is very, very unique to Prisma Shield. Is that are you guys allowed to talk publicly about that? I don't know if that was officially announced yet. I hope I didn't spill too many beans.
I think we are. What do you think, Cleet?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if I just spilt the beans on that, then that is my B releasing too much alpha here. But no, it would be up to you guys to let everybody know. But I guess I did say it. But no, it's a new innovation that Prisma Shield has, and that they're going to be releasing here, and that CryptoLink is a will be using that technology to for constant audits of our contracts to make sure that everything is completely 100% secure. And it's quite fantastic what they're doing over there.
Yeah, and when it comes to security too, the more the merrier. And since you guys are looking to onboard more and more security watchers down the line, we are also offering CryptoLink consultation and screening services on potential security watchers as well. So it won't only be Prisma Shield. There will be more firms down the line, I believe, and that's just more and more and more security because bridges in general are the most vulnerable um, channels in DeFi as of the current infrastructure and how it usually looks like.
Yeah,
Awesome. Good
so-
stuff. Cletus, do you have anything else on the partnership, Cletus?
I don't believe so.
All
Let
right.
me
Cool.
go ahead and look through here. But no, I think that round wraps it up. It was kind of a quick announcement in
Yeah.
that regard, but a quick but amazing announcement
Yeah, we got a
nevertheless.
little bit more after this to announce as well, but Zach, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. My bad. Go ahead.
It's all good. It's all good. I was just gonna ask if Obi wanted to dive a little deeper into that automated auditing software. I think that is, like I said, very, very unique to this space, and I think that a lot of projects would see the value in it, especially from, I believe, the pricing structure that you guys had mentioned. I don't know if that is finalized yet, but it's very, I think, affordable for most projects. So if you want to touch up on a little bit of what a project might get out of that, that would be great. Definitely interested.
Yeah, for sure. We are still in the building phase and we will be starting testing with a couple of projects very soon. just to make sure everything is functioning correctly. Regarding what the project, this service is mainly for the investor, not for the project, and it's up to the project to decide to what extent they care about the investor's security and their funds to make the decision to be using our automated software, because not a lot of people would prefer to be under that much scrutiny, and the pressure definitely needs to come from the investor side. What the automated software does is it tracks the smart contract 24/7 throughout the day. If any function calls are made that could potentially lead to loss of funds or harm the investor in any way, we will be alerting every investor, and we also may or may not have the ability to pause the contract. That would depend on the client at the time. In terms of pricing, we are looking at a very affordable pricing structure, because again, this is mainly about spreading the word and increasing the overall security standards in DeFi than it is about generating revenue at the current time. In terms of exact numbers, that's definitely going to be announced in the future, but I guarantee it's very affordable for the project and the value is tremendous. And if the project is actually audited with Prisma Shield, the value is even bigger, because that's a big portion of the work already done, and they will receive the automated software subscription for a predetermined duration of time, completely free as well.
Yeah, that is awesome. And when you say that it monitors the smart contract for different potential red flags that might, or red flag interactions that might occur, could you give some examples of what those might be?
Yeah, I guess a very basic example would be, because every contract has certain functions that could be altered by the admins. One of these could be taxation. So, for example, if the promises made to an investor is 10% tax, and for whatever reason the admins decide to increase tax to 50% without making an announcement beforehand, that would definitely be where we identify a red flag and we pause that decision.
Gotcha. So it even has permission to pause those actions. Like, is there like an approval process that they have to go through with the software or with you guys, or is that just kind of, I guess, how does
Yeah,
that process work?
yeah. So there's definitely a manual element, because some of these changes could appear as a red flag on the automated software, but could be already predetermined with the investor community. And in that regard, all the project would need to do is just contact Prisma Shield, let them know beforehand we're going to call this function, and we will not be releasing the alert or pausing the transaction at the time.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Very cool. Very
So it's
interesting.
basically an audit that never ends, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, that is super
Yeah.
awesome. I think that'll definitely make crypto much more secure. That's super exciting. I'm really looking forward to seeing that and how projects, or how it interacts with a bunch of projects, smart contracts, and kind of the community sentiment around it. Sometimes, I mean, I know, especially like 6 to 8 to 10 months ago, some people would go around in different projects and ask specifically like, oh, are you audited by this company, or have you been KYC'd by this company and have this security feature, or what's your multi-sig, or all these different security features. So eventually maybe it's like, do you have an automated audit going on? That's another common
Exactly.
question that could be very cool.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Wally and Cletus, you guys had another little announcement to make, so I'll let you guys take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. One more thing, as we get closer to launch, we are going to still stay on the same schedule as previously planned for shutting off emissions. So we are actually still going to be shutting off paper and ink emissions on the 1st of January. So that doesn't change. So we just want to let everybody know that that is going to be happening. So no more emissions. This is great news because no more inflation of tokens. We know the great stuff is coming shortly. So why would we need to continue printing any more tokens? We're just going to cut the inflation now, ride out the next, the 2 weeks following until launch. And we're going to launch an incredible platform, and we're going to be given revenue straight off the top in native tokens. So, yeah, just wanted to let everyone know that when that does happen, don't be alarmed. Until then, you can, break LPs and then just kind of sit tight and prepare for the V3 and the big one to drop here in mid-January. But just prepare that those emissions will be stopping on January 1st. And frankly, we're very excited about that as a project. We think it's great for the community, and we're hoping the community is excited about that too. So yeah, that was I think that's the last announcement we have. Cletus, anything else?
Yeah. So, and Wally, I know that you mentioned this once before. So our initial launch for the first, that was going to be our V2. Well, not we, but when Atlas was working on the contracts and coding through it, we happened to actually hit a breakthrough, and that breakthrough is what's enabling us to get to V3. So really, this V3 contract was going to already be released further on down the line, but now it's been expedited, and we're able to really go through this coding push and to get through it now, as opposed to a further date down the line. So it's more security, more decentralization. The bridge miners are a key point in this decentralization, and it's really just tightening up, making everything an airtight protocol here that we have, because we can't have any security issues. And Atlas being a very security minded guy, just CryptoLink itself, our main mantra is, we can't be we don't want to give a product that is not secure, and so we are taking all these steps to be able to do so. I also have one more announcement as well. We have another partnership that we would like to announce. I'm not going to say who it is with or what it is with about right now, but stay tuned. Over the course of the next week, we will be announcing that in the CryptoLink Discord as well. So a lot of exciting things to come over the course of the next couple weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Yeah, Zach, I think that wraps up the announcements, but we definitely, as always, want to keep the floor open for questions. So if you have anything else you want to talk about, feel free. This would be the time. But if not, we definitely want to answer any questions people have.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, if any of you guys have questions, drop them in the AMA questions channel. I did have something else I wanted to chat about, but I'm not gonna lie, it completely slipped my mind, and I'm kicking myself because I think it was important, but now I just don't remember what it was.
Well, that's all right, man. If it was important, it'll pop back up, right? So
I hope so. But it'll, I'm gonna click the end call button, and then it's gonna pop right back
it's
up.
immediately
And then
Yeah, that always works like that, doesn't it?
crap. You guys sent an announcement about this?
Oh yeah, it was our Coin Cardinal launch party. That's what it was.
Oh,
So we have been developing the Coin Cardinal platform. Our goal was to launch it before the end of the year, so we are going to stay true to that. I don't know that December 30th is the best day to launch it. Obviously New Year's coming up. It's a holiday season. It's pretty busy for everybody, but we wanted to stay true to releasing it before the end of the year. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have the launch party this Friday. It's going to get released, and then this is where you guys as the community will come in absolutely clutch, because in order to develop the best product possible and make sure that we can deliver like a wow factor down the line, like the MVP, I hope it looks good, but I don't know that it's going to quite be that like, holy crap, this is amazing type of feel yet. Like we got the bare bones of the infrastructure in place, the minimum amount of coins that we want listed to deliver you guys the information that is relevant to a listing platform. But we need feedback. That's what we need from the community, is feedback. So we're going to announce a feedback, potentially like a raffle, and giving good feedback will enter you in that raffle. But if you guys want to take part in helping us develop the best social listing platform that exists, in fact, I think the only one that really exists, then that would be amazing. So we'll stay tuned for more information about what exactly that feedback will look like. I think we'll drop a form that we'll collect some information on. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because we've been working on Coin Cardinal for about 2 months now. So really excited to finally release it.
And I do have one more update on the CryptoLink side. It was just completely eluding me, but just zapped right back into the memory here. The bridge miners. So beforehand, we had a time restraint as well as a miner constraint, meaning that after January 15th, the price of the bridge miners would be increasing, and then February 1st, that would increase as well. In order to keep things simple, um, we are stopping that, and we're just having it be based on the number of miners in the pool. So it now is strictly a first come, first serve basis, which is awesome for protocols who want to get in early, who want to get in on the ground floor, because they, if for some reason, if those funds come in on January 16th, the contract's not going to kick them out per se. It's now just a first come first serve basis for our bridge miner validator nodes.
Gotcha. Absolutely. I
Mhm.
like that. We were internally we were figuring out what we want the timeline to be for utilizing Node Runner to raise for a bridge miner as well as the Cardinal Chirps trading bot. So that helps us a lot figuring out that timeline.
Jesus had some questions for. It looks like he's directing them at Obi, I think. So Obi, if you want, if you popped open AMA questions chat, the Love Toy asks that he just says he's never heard of Prisma Shield. What sets Prisma Shield apart from other audit firms? What are the benefits? Is there a KYC included in the audit or just a code audit? So, Jesus, I think some of that was already answered, I will say. So I guess I could kind of answer for Obi there on the contract audits, 24/7 security watchers, and they will be included in the multi-sig. But Obi, if you want to kind of give him the more Prisma pitch of what truly sets you guys apart, anything that you may not have already mentioned.
Yeah, great question. We do not offer KYC because basically everyone does, and there is no value to add when it comes to KYC. There are a lot of great KYC companies out there, and if we notice a market gap with regards to the quality of the KYC, we could enter, but so far we don't. When it comes to an audit, like I said, what we do differently is we review both the security and the code logic. So whatever it is you're invested in is not only secure, it actually works. What the typical auditor would do, it would review and basically look for the traditional security vulnerabilities, but would not be looking at the white paper, would not be interviewing the developer, and would not be making sure that the promises made to you as an investor is actually kept in the in the smart contract. So that's basically what sets us apart from other auditors. It's a manual line by line review conducted by brilliant, legitimately brilliant developers. I'm not one of them, and I don't want to give them. Uh, yeah, I like them. I like their work to speak for itself. But a lot of these guys work in big tech. They work in. They are senior software engineers, both in on the blockchain and off the blockchain as well. And like I said, so far, 100% track record. Every project we worked with or audited had completely error-free, perfect launches when it comes to the smart contract.
Yeah, and to expand on that a bit as well, you guys can go to the Prisma Shield website, right? Is it prismashield.com, Obi?
Yes,
Yeah,
prismashield.com.
there's an amazing graphic on there that really breaks down the difference between this deep logic audit versus a standard security audit that Obi is discussing. So
For sure, yeah.
let me go ahead and drop that in the AMA questions.
And also, the love story, we keep trying to provide as much value as possible in security. So we will continue building products and services in addition to auditing that will benefit every DeFi investor. Like, for example, the automated auditing software that we've discussed just recently.
Awesome. Are there any other services that you guys have in the pipeline that is available to share publicly?
No, so far just deep logic auditing and the automated auditing software. There are a couple that we are still studying, and if we decide to move forward with them, definitely Cardinal House would be the first to know.
Sweet. Sweet. I'm really looking forward to seeing everything that you guys develop. I know quality is at the forefront of everything that you guys do, so any service that you guys develop, I know is going to be top notch. So really looking forward to it. And for Wally and Cletus, I'm going to put you guys on the spot here. Are you able to tease like the front end of the any to any decks, or is that asking for too much?
Cletus? That might be a better question for Atlas. I don't know if he's still around. We haven't gotten permission to do that or not, or have not been told not to do that. So we're kind of in a gray area there.
Well,
what do you
we
think, Cletus?
actually. Let me go in and look in one of our pitch decks. I believe we do show a small
Okay,
tease
that's true. We
in
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have a
yeah.
non-live version of it on.
Yeah, a non-live version of it, but this is. Let me grab a snip.
I am trying to squeeze as much alpha as I can.
There we go. Just threw it in the AMA questions. One platform, one click as fast as the blockchain, where a lot of these blockchains are running between 7 and 30 seconds. So that's about our average transaction speed. And some blockchains are faster. For example, Metis, they have our transactions complete in around 7 seconds on Metis. On other blockchains that might be a little bit slower, like Crow, it's around 30. So you might have to wait that extra 23 seconds on Crow, but compared to a 30 minutes, 1 hour, getting your funds stuck in the ether, no more of that. No more of that. 7 seconds to bridge. Why so slow?
Hooch has another good question for Prisma before it gets buried. I don't want it to get buried under the memes. I love the memes. I participate heavily, but I don't want Hooch's question to get buried here. So Hooch asks, Prisma can manually interact with their clients' smart contracts. My question is, can bad actors on Prisma's side affect their clients' smart contracts? Obi.
Yeah, that's a great question. So everything from the Prisma side, Prisma Shield side is definitely super locked in with specific multi-sig addresses who are able to interact with the smart contracts. So if the question is there potential for a hack or a bad actor of any kind to get into the Prism Shield system and hurt a client, that would be very unlikely. And additionally, the manual side is mostly the core of the service is the automated software. Being manually interacting with a smart contract is an additional service we are giving CryptoLink as we continue to build, but eventually the main goal here is for it to be completely automated. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, I think that answered it. One question I would have, I guess, on top of that would be, what are those steps that it would take to be automated? Because I know we did chat a little bit about a manual process of kind of letting Prisma know that you guys are doing some of those interactions that might be flagged as a red flag. Is there steps that you guys are taking to make those automated?
Yeah, so we are building a core software, but actually when it comes to giving this service to projects, it would be on a client by client basis. So we actually build a custom made or a tailor made version of our software for each client. We identify, it's basically a mini audit where we identify the functions where a project could potentially be able to harm an investor, and we set the boundaries where we could send an alert out or pause the contracts.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah, it would be very hard to automate the system A to Z. Even currently in security audits, most of it is still manual. The automated part is kind of just for show. But to conduct a proper audit, it definitely needs to be manual. AI isn't advanced as of yet to completely audit a smart contract without any human intervention. But it definitely will be in the future, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is scary how good ChatGTP is. Well, I wouldn't even call it
Yeah,
super good, but I was playing with it, and it's definitely intelligent to a good extent. I wouldn't quite say it's ready to do everything, but I did ask it to write me a smart contract with a certain buy tax and sell tax and a couple of other functions, and it did it. And to my knowledge, it was good. I mean, I'm not a developer myself, so I guess I don't know how to look at the code um, to a professional degree, but I could at least read it and understand that it had the functions in there. So it was pretty nuts. It was pretty nuts.
yeah. It even writes movies, songs, code, economics, everything. It's amazing.
Austin goes, I asked ChatGP to write me $1 million business plan and I'm still poor. Doesn't work.
Wait a second. Now I know where their newsletter comes from every week.
I'm sure if you ask it for $100 million business plan, it's going to tell you Cardinal House.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why they started the newsletter, because it said you guys. I mean, you already have it. That's what it told us. It said, "Why are you asking me?" So
Exactly. You know, we programmed ChatGTP. You know, Cole's insane. He did it. Not
he
actually.
he broke into the AI. Love it. Love it. Well, good deal. It doesn't look like we've gotten any other questions. I don't think. Any other questions from anybody in the audience?
Cyril
Oh,
has a
God.
question.
Here we go. Speak your piece, Bird.
We just pull Cyril up on stage.
We could. That's always like it's probably we probably get to the point.
I don't know if he's free to speak, but there we go.
When's
What's
he
up,
not?
Cyril?
He's
Oh
always free to
crap! I
speak.
didn't mean to join.
You're here now.
No, I guess well, I was initially just going to post a silly question, but now I need to actually real quick on the spot think of a legitimate question.
Yes, you do.
Okay. So I guess my question here is, do you guys intend on having a game night soon for your community or something? I don't know.
Dude, that's
Is that to Cardinal House or to CryptoLink?
CryptoLink.
We should all just do one.
We should all do one.
Why don't we just? Or yeah, for sure.
Let's do a mega game night tomorrow between all the communities.
I don't know that would be enough time to get it out to everybody, but I'm down.
It doesn't need to like go out to a ton of people, but it goes out to the people in CryptoLink, goes out to the people in Only Burns, Prisma Shield, Cardinal House, and then we just have a little impromptu mega game night tomorrow night. I'll chuck up some Only Burns as a prize, or some O Burn token, and yeah, it'll just be some fun.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
I'm game.
we could do that. We could probably throw a little bit of paper in there too. So yeah,
That's a great idea. Yeah, that's good.
Ferret, nobody wants you to donate 1 penny.
dude, what is he on about? Ferret, you should just put up one of the like 3,000 Cardinal memberships you have to give away.
Oh wait, is he giving away Cardinal memberships?
I don't know. He said something up there about it.
J Harp has a question, and I want to answer it before it gets buried. He says,
for
once
it.
the missions stop for the new year, can we still buy paper and ink off the market if we want more? Yes, absolutely.
Yep. Oh, did I miss a hooch question about ink tax? Did we answer that? I don't
We
think we
did
answered.
answer that ink tax question back in the town hall that we had, but we have not spoken about
Well-
any ink tax just yet in this AMA. But
Mhm.
I don't know where that question is, but maybe this
He's
answers
asking,
it.
emissions stop on the 1st. Is the ink tax also going to be removed on the 1st? Is the question.
That is a good question. Atlas says yes.
Atlas says yes.
Yes. Ink tax will be removed on January 1st as well.
Those two
So
picks
no
are working.
taxes on the CryptoLink ecosystem as of January 1st when the emissions end.
Dude, who's giving away an autographed Austin Clark picture?
Maybe Austin Clark himself.
That's gonna be the prize for game night. It's gonna be the
Dude,
grand prize.
Yeah.
Number one. If you win, you
I'm
get
out
the
for I'm out for
autographed.
blood.
I prefer him to. I'd much rather prefer to see him do 100 burpees and then give a an
you're
autograph.
you're not gonna
That
see
would
him do 100 burpees because he can't do one.
Yeah, that would
Oh.
require him to be able to do a burpee.
Yeah.
What happened since Operation? Oh, he's
Okay.
back. No, he was not going to let that
Alright.
fly.
All right, now, Mr. Zach over here, he can't even do a push-up, let alone a burn.
And he's out of here.
Man, this is a dictatorship.
Yeah, you got the boot.
Oh,
What's
Get
up,
back
Austin?
toward your code.
I'm gonna mute you, Zach.
Oh boy, we're going down the mute rabbit hole again.
All right, we have now put into the portion of the not so serious portion of the AMA.
100%. Yep, Austin and Tyrell both made their way up here. We're just hanging at this point. And I
Yeah.
mean, people are still free to ask questions while we're in here. Don't be afraid
Well-
if anything comes up.
Wally, Cletosaurus, Zach, Chris, etc., Kurt, they're all very much aware how, once I pop into a mod chat because they're discussing something, the conversation derails.
Yes, it does.
There's a few different routes it can take, but it's always going to derail from where we're currently at.
Yes.
There's
It's
no
either
doubt.
going to be talking about some really complicated scientific topic, or how Bitcoin was created, or some random thing that happened in Only Burns, or some random thing that happened at Cyril's job,
Yep.
or trading. Those are the 5 core topics that we cover.
Yeah.
At least I have consistency.
Yes.
Can't argue that. Can't argue that.
And yeah, so when game night, what time are we scheduling this for? Let's go.
Yeah.
I actually
Zach?
am going to be traveling tomorrow, so I'll get to my destination before noon my time. So I don't know what it's going to look like though for me tomorrow.
That's all right. You don't have to come.
Burb TK says 7 p.m. Burb TK is in Eastern, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would say we have it. No, we're not playing Daru Sandstorm.
We could probably play a little bit of Smash Cards. That was pretty fun last time that we played.
Yeah, we can do Smash Carts because that's always the best. The only thing is we're gonna have to operate a couple of different rooms and do it bracket style because Smash Carts only holds a max of I think 12 to 16 people in a room at a time.
Okay.
So, but we can do it bracket style. I'll help organize that. I'll host a room. Cletosaurus can host a room, and one of the Cardinal House guys can host a room, and then we bracket style. Whoever wins then goes on to the final room. We'll do 10-minute brackets, and we'll go from there.
Cyrus, look at him.
You got it all figured out. He came in with a plan.
We just have to
Almost-
show up. So that's great. This is phenomenal. Okay, yeah, cool. So are we doing 7 p.m. tomorrow?
Let's make it 7:30 p.m.
7:30 p.m.
Eastern time.
Austin wants to play Monopoly. He's asked about this a few times. I would play Monopoly with you, Austin. I'm down anytime. Anytime people are down to spend the time on that, let me know. Or Risk.
Yeah, some of us have a life.
Dude, they're just
Cyril, we got to
classic.
set up that 7 Days to Die server and try to get as many people on as we can.
Everybody in
That-
this audience.
While hilarious, I also don't want to have us do a game night that requires people to buy a certain game.
That's true.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
You know it's free.
How about Unturned? It's like the
Among Us.
same concept.
Oh my gosh,
Among
Among Us.
We never capitalized on
Us.
the possible Among Us deal. Anybody in the I mean, dude, if we put together a 15-person lobby, could we fill it up? I feel like we could.
We did Among Us tomorrow at 7.
That would be
I'm
electric.
curious if if we could fill up a lobby, that would be a lot of fun.
That would be fun. I played Among Us once, and I lost.
See, you would be good at it, Zach. I feel like this is like this would be a good time. We get everybody in a voice chat. We're all scheming against each other.
I feel like that voice chat would get very loud.
Oh, for sure. At some point, it'd be great. Among Us at 1 a.m. from Jake
Jake
Salthouse.
Salthouse says he's in.
He
Squid
says he's
Copper.
in for it. Yeah, look at that.
Maybe he'll jump in. Depends on if the show is canceled or not. Okay.
Look at that. Burb TK
Yeah.
we know is in. Plus, like, what? Austin, myself, Zach, Cletus, Cyril, maybe Obi.
I'd be into if the
Oh,
time.
Yeah.
let's go.
Okay.
Oh, we're like half a lobby deep already. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it tomorrow night.
Wait, what are we? Which game are we playing? I thought we were playing Smash Cards.
We could play Smash Cards too, but we should also run an Among Us lobby as well. At some point.
Yay!
'Cause that would
So
be
yeah,
fun.
what we do is Smash Cards with the bracket style elimination. That's gonna have the larger like prize, and then we'll do a couple like rounds of Among Us where the other prizes are given out, to winners and things like that. That way, the big bracket tournament is the real important one, right? And don't worry, I'll make sure that I'm not allowed to win, even if I come in first place with Smash Cards, which is probably going to happen. It'll go to the next person.
Yeah, we'll make a rule that none of the project team members can win. So
Cyril's
all of you need to
confident.
show up. All of you need to show up so you can win. Because none of us are allowed to win.
I'm
And
gonna
I'm
play
gonna
on an
force her.
alt just to spite Cyril.
I know. I want his go burns. Give me the burn token.
My Burns.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. Good deal. Good deal.
All right, cool.
All
I'll
right,
get the
guys.
event created in my
Yeah,
server.
get it all set up. We'll send an announcement out to our server. Get something posted in here. So we'll meet. Where's we have a game night channel in here, right?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, we'll meet back. We'll all rendezvous back here tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, folks.
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. But I do want to say one more time here, thanks for everyone, honestly, for showing up and hearing about everything that we're hearing about Prisma, hearing about all the updates, everything that's going on. We appreciate you guys taking your time. Appreciate Zach for opening up the server to us. Love you guys over at Cardinal House as always. And thanks to Prisma Shield. And here's to a long partnership, man. So thanks, everybody.
Cheers. Thank you for having us, Zach.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys coming on as well and the audience tuning in as always. So with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow for the Smash Cards and Among Us game night.
My man.
All right.